Morning, darling. Sorry, I was planning on recording videos for you yesterday, and then the check engine light came on in the car. Just another testament that, breathing and doing yoga keeps you cool in all different times. Also got this incredibly ugly colored t-shirt in a clothing swap, but dibs on the cowboy. But that being said, I'll get one done for you before I go and teach another class this morning. I gotta work at the restaurant tonight, so I'm gonna try to get my dad has to take a look at the car. He's gonna try to fix the light himself, so we'll see how that goes today. I'm just gonna bring my computer up to my parents' house with me and maybe walk down to a coffee shop while all that stuff is getting done. But yeah, bummer on that one position, but I turned right back around and applied to 2 more positions at the university. So we'll see how that goes and how that plays out. I feel like VP of wellness, or provost of wellness, within the community and on campus. Not mad about that either. So I feel like, yeah, I could fill those shoes. I had a moment of I don't know if I could do that. And then I thought, no, bitch, you could. Because I believe in my network, and I believe in my strength, and I believe in everything that I've been taught. That being said, very interesting conversations with significant men in my life recently as well. We'll call him the main player. Yeah, maybe I wouldn't call him Mr. Big, because we've never gone big. You know him. But he says to me the other night on the phone, in a parallel universe, not to get too romantic is what he says. Not to get too romantic, but in a parallel universe, I feel like we would be really good together. I'm thinking, that's not romantic at all, because we don't live in a parallel universe. We live in this one. And all you need to do, you don't have to hop a timeline or a universe. You just literally have to get on a fucking plane and come out here, and it's all of these things of come out here to me, come out here. And I'm like, I do come out there. I've come out there. I always show up. Get on a motherfucking plane. Anyway, okay. That being said, let's go ahead and root down through our seat. I'm gonna simultaneously also look 4:30 this morning, just laying in bed and in and out of meditation. But I will say that I've gotten into these really awesome meditative states, as I'm coming out of sleep, where I'm just laying there and I'm just breathing, and I wake up and I'm why am I breathing? It's this really deep, trancey, beautiful, just the edge of sleep, and it's absolute rest. It's not sleep, right? I'm very, very conscious, and I know I can snap myself out of it at any point in time. But it's been I think I've been so in tune to my breath. My spirit feels really big right now. It's probably the best way to describe it. That being said, I also just finished my cycle, so that one was trippy. So maybe it's just this big space of release. I'm coming into a space where I love looking forward to my cycle, knowing that I'm going to be a different person. I'm very intentional about my shedding at this point in time, in terms of what I'm letting go. And I come out of it and I'm oh yeah, this is what it's like to feel like a woman again, right? I feel the cycle period is the closest space that I get that women are, right? It's a time where we have the least amount of estrogen in our bodies, and it's this space of agitated. I guess it's the space that we would be as close to men as we would be, I guess, right? And I just think, yeah, I'm so grateful to be a woman. And to be reborn. Like, I mean, what a gift, honestly, to like be like reborn every single month. Like, dudes have to find like another way to like shed and release. I mean, they could do it by actually like protecting us and feeling good about protecting life, but who am I? Okay, I'll stop. All right, let's ground down through our seat. Let the crown of the head lift high to the sky. Come into your breath. Nice deep inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. Again, big inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Two more. Exhaling. Last one. And exhale. Then allow yourself just to come into some normal breaths. So in through the nose and out through the nose. Starting off our meditations, as we always do, from a space of gratitude. You give gratitude to the universe. You can call it by whatever name that you like, but just recognizing an energy that's bigger than us, that we're still collectively a part of. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude to this earth. She reminds us that we live in a space of abundance rather than a space of scarcity, that we have everything that we need and that we ourselves are more than enough. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude to the indigenous peoples, the lands that we are seated upon. Here in Billings, the Northern Cheyenne and the Crow, the Salish, the Blackfoot, and the Lakota tribes. Sorry, I almost bounced into Missoula there for a minute. Now, as you're reminding ourselves that land acknowledgement is just the first baby step of us coming into right relationship and doing the right thing. Goes thought, word, and deed. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Your gratitude for this practice of yoga, and for Black and Brown people as the original creators and sustainers of this practice, a space of ahimsa, also known as nonviolent or loving action. Nice deep inhale. And exhale. Give gratitude to our bodies and to ourselves, to our own ancestors and our own lineage, acknowledging our and their trials and triumphs, traumas, tribulations, and transgressions, holding ourselves responsible for how we choose to repair and restore from damages that have been done in order to build a peaceful and loving world for 7 generations and beyond. And if there's a person or persons, place or places that you'd like to dedicate your practice to this morning, you take the time to draw them into your mind's eye, pull them down into your heart center, take a nice deep inhale, and send them love. Go ahead and slowly blink open your eyes, allow yourself to come back into the room and into the space. Hands to your knees, and let's just start with some small circles here. Heart and chest guide forward, pull up and in on the low belly to guide back. We go for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1, and then take it backwards for 4. I think I'm gonna start to get into Kundalini for 3. It's been like calling to me recently. For 2, there's a woman that teaches online. She goes by Yoga Vision, I believe, or Yoga Envision, and I really like her. But she's all Kundalini practitioner and teacher, and so I'm just like, yeah, I like her stuff a lot. So I think I'm going to start tuning into some of her YouTube videos. So encouraging everybody to do the same. If Kundalini is a practice that you've been thinking about wanting to like dive into a little bit more, grab onto your knees. Inhale, heart and chest pull open. Exhale, roll it back. Inhale, heart and chest pull open. Exhale, pull back. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale back. 1 more time. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale back to your straight line. Come down and onto your right forearm and hand. You always don't have to take the forearm. You can stay to your hand and then flip yourself through your center line. Let me move my coffee. Hand comes down. Opposite hand pulls up and over. Exhale, pull yourself 1 more time. Roll open through the heart and the chest, reach through your fingertip. You can always kind of weave and bob wherever feels best for you in your body. You can take a long static hold and then slowly pull yourself all the way back up. Pop up your knees, roll over your knees and shins, and bring yourself into your tabletop. Wrists are underneath shoulders, knees are underneath hips. Let yourself kind of shift back and forth side to side. Check in with your hips, the stack of your hips, right? Anywhere that you might be holding. For me, it's always the tops of my hips, tops of my thighs, right? Other people, it's their calves. Like, I had a student, she's like, can we work on our calves today? She's like a mountain biker though, so that makes sense. Hands are right underneath your shoulders, or wrists are underneath your shoulders, knees are underneath hips, and then inhale, heart and chest pull forward. Exhale, press and pull around into yourself. Inhale, heart and chest pull forward again. Exhale, press and pull. 1 more time. Inhale, heart and chest pull forward. Exhale, round and pull up and in and tuck the toes, and then send your hips back and high into your down dog. Shift back and forth side to side through your hips. Let your head hang heavy here. And slowly walk your hands back towards your knees. Let yourself hang super heavy. Grab for your opposite elbows. Just kind of swish and sway back and forth side to side here. Grab a hair tie, that's okay. So thank God, get my hair cut next week. Inhale, hands up the front part of the feet and shins. If anyone is in the Billings area, Sydney Ross over at Black Salt, I love her cutting style. I literally, when I move back to Missoula, y'all, I will travel 5 hours to get my hair cut with Sydney Ross. Inhale, I kid you not. I will make that special appointment and that trip down here. Breathe into your heart and chest, and then exhale. Close it up. I don't want to get my head cut off here. All right. Inhale, arms sweep high overhead. Exhale, dive down and over the tops of the thighs. There you go, everybody. Pull up and in on the low belly, and then inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Put a bend in the knees and take the hands and walk yourself out into your plank pose. Nice deep inhale here. Press back through the heels. We'll start off slow. Shift it forward, drop down to the knees, untuck the toes, lower all the way down to the chest and belly. Lift one leg and then the other, just checking in with your hips. Roll back and down through your shoulder blades and pull your fingers together to touch. And then inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, hold. 2 more big breaths, big inhale. Exhale. Roll the shoulder blades down the back, lift through the crown of the head, pull forward with the heart. 1 more time, big inhale. Exhale, lower. Tuck the toes. Press to the knees, and then send your hips back and high down dog. Pull up and in on the low belly. Man, what I love about the home practice, everybody, honestly, is you can really wear whatever you want. I wish studios were that. And you know, and I could wear whatever I wanted at a studio. Slowly walk your hands back towards your feet. But at the same time, you know, there's a certain standard and protocol. And at your house, the protocol is called no bra and pajamas. Shake your head yes, shake your head no. Inhale, hands up the front part of the feet and shins. Exhale, down and over the tops of the thighs. And then inhale, sweep yourself high to the sky. Exhale, tent the arms, breathe from the base of the belly all the way up through the front part of the chest and into the crown of the head, and then slowly hands come down to heart center, hands come down to your sides. Okay, inhale, we'll spice it up a little. Float down and over the tops of the thighs, engage your low belly. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, palms come all the way down to the mat and walk yourself out into your plank. Nice deep inhale here. You're going to take your right knee to your left elbow and then extend your leg cross body. Drop your back left heel and then bring yourself up into fallen triangle. One more time, big inhale. Pull your fingertips towards the front of the room and lengthen out of your rib cage. And then hand comes back down to the earth. You're gonna swing your right knee to your right elbow. And then take your leg back and high. Big inhale here. And then you're gonna shift yourself forward and rock to the outside of your left foot, coming into a quick plank pose or side plank. Big inhale. And step your foot back behind you. Wild thing. Big inhale here. Exhale. Bring yourself back down to your center line. Same thing on that opposite side. Left knee to right elbow. Extend your leg cross body and bring yourself into your fallen triangle on this side. Inhale up. Exhale. Palm plants. Swing your left knee to your left elbow and take your leg back and high. Three-legged dog. And then pull yourself forward. And then stack onto right hand, right outside of right foot, side plank. And step your foot back behind you. Wild thing. If you're like, I do not like side plank, you can come into modified side plank with your knee down. And then just take your hand back behind you into like a mini wild thing here. Rolling open through your heart and chest. Hand comes back down to the earth. Step your feet back, press back, shift forward. Lower all the way down to the chest and belly, and then baby cobra again. Exhale. Hold. One more time, big inhale. Exhale. Lower, tuck the toes. Press to the knees, send the hips back and high down dog. Pull up and in on the low belly, and then slowly walk your hands back to meet your feet, back of the mat. Let yourself hang heavy. Inhale up the front part of the feet and shins, flat back. Exhale down and over the tops of the thighs, and then inhale. Sweep your hands high to the sky. Exhale, tense your arms. Breathe into your heart and chest. Just checking the time. All right, one more round of that, and we'll bring it back down. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, come down and over the tops of the thighs. Engage your low belly. Pull it up and in. Inhale, hands to shins, flat back. Exhale, palms come all the way down to the earth, and you're gonna walk yourself out into your plank. Nice deep inhale. Same thing again. Right knee, left elbow. Extend it, cross body. If you don't like this, you can always hang out here, okay? If you really don't wanna do anything, you can always just stay in your static plank. You can also always just drop to your knees, okay? Big inhale here. Exhale. Palm plants, right knee to right elbow, send it back and high, three-legged dog, big inhale. Shift yourself forward into your side plank and then rock to the outside of your left foot, and you can step your right foot right back behind you into your little wild thing. Exhale, rock down, hold here. Remember, you can always just hold or drop to your knees. Left knee, right elbow. Extend that leg cross body. Inhale, arm high to the sky. Pull your fingertips towards the front of the room maybe. Hand plants. Left knee to left elbow, send it back and high, three-legged dog, big inhale. You can also be here, right leg moves back and high. You can always hold here, right, in like a one-legged bird dog. Okay, and slowly, you're gonna shift yourself forward, rock to the outside of your right foot, step your foot back, wild thing here, and then bring yourself back down. If you ever wanted to do one-legged bird dog this way, right? The easy transition into a modified side plank from here is to pivot on your knee and then bring yourself out. And then you could always step your foot back behind you with your knee underneath your hip and come into like a modified wild thing. Okay, nice deep inhale. Go ahead and tuck the toes, lower yourself all the way down to the chest and belly, and then inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Press to the knees. Send yourself back into your child's pose. Pull your fingertips out in front of you. And then slowly walk your hands back towards you. Shift over and onto your seat. Take your legs out. And in front of you, coming into a Janu. Left leg extends, sole of the right foot to the inside of your thigh. Move and shift your seat back behind you. Arms come high, and then let yourself come down and over. The top of your leg, crown of the head moves towards the top of the foot. Engage your low belly, pull it up and in. Big inhale here. Breathe into your back body, and right in between your shoulder blades, exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk yourself up your shin. Rock back on your seat. Same thing, extend that leg, sole the foot to the inside of your thigh. Squeeze, turn towards the leg, and then inhale, arms high to the sky. Exhale, down and over. Pull the crown of the head towards the top of the foot. Flex the toes in towards the face. Drop your elbows to either side of your calf. Breathe right in between your shoulder blades. Then slowly walk yourself all the way back up. Bring your feet together to touch, butterfly pose. Shift through your seat. Heels in towards you to open up through the groin. Even more, legs out and away from you to open up through the outside of your hips, right? And outside of your knees a little bit more, whatever is kind of calling to you. And then allow yourself to fold over the inside of the diamonds in your thighs. Big inhale here. Exhale. 2 more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. 1 more time. Big inhale. Exhale slowly. Walk yourself all the way back up. Pop your knees to your center line. Extend your legs out in front of you. Move and shift your seat back behind you. Arms come high. And then exhale, fold down and over the tops of the thighs. Pull the crown of the head towards the top of the feet. Breathe into your back body. Two more big breaths. Big inhale. And exhale. One more time, big inhale. And then exhale, slowly walk your hands back up your shins. Scoot your seat forward. Take yourself all the way down onto your back. Give yourself a nice big hug. Pull your knees up into your chest. Take the back of the skull all the way down to the mat. Tuck your chin in towards your chest and allow yourself just to rock and shift back and forth side to side, massaging out through your low back, your mid-spine. Chin tucks into chest so you can lengthen through your neck. And then slowly release your legs. Take them all the way down to the end of the mat. Hands can rest, one hand to heart, one hand to belly. You can always take your hands down to your sides. I like to pop my heart and chest up and roll my shoulder blades underneath me like wings again. And then you can always relay your hands if you want to ground into yourself. You want to receive energy, keep the palms up. You want to ground yourself into the earth a little bit more, take your palms down. Allow yourself just to come into your breath. Nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Again, nice deep inhale. And exhale. Having been taught since we were children that we are separate, finite beings, we have a very hard time when it comes to love. Love feels like a void that threatened to overwhelm us. And that is because, in a certain sense, it is, and it does. It overwhelms our small self, our lonely sense of separateness. Since the sense of separateness is who we think we are, we feel like we'll die without it. What's actually dying is the frightened mind, so the love inside us can get a chance to breathe. Marianne Williamson from Return to Love. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale. You can take as much time here as you would like in your Shavasana. I always recommend that people stay at least a couple minutes on your back with your own breath without me talking at you about yoga or nonsense. But there's a balance in all things. Well, in classes I always do by saying the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in me sees, honors, and reflects the divine light, the divine feminine, the divine masculine, and the divine love in you, dear Jane, and the collective we, anyone who is tuning in. Y'all be sure to thank Jane for commissioning this series and for keeping me on my own home yoga practice and for offering up something to all of you as well. So that being said, when you do leave your mats, be sure to go in peace and from a space of gratitude, and remember to serve love always. Thanks so much, y'all. Hope to see y'all in class or on the flip side. Peace and love. Dibs on the cowboy.